All right. There was a story in the paper today that I really want to talk about. There's a woman in Florida. Her name is Sultana Freeman. She is a Muslim woman. She wears a veil. She covers her face. She was having her driver's license photo taken, and she would not take off the veil, and she is suing, saying, her quote was, "I don't show my face to strangers or unrelated males." But she wants to drive and have a driver's license.
God bless Sultana, but there's a separation of church and state in America. And if the state asks you to take your veil off, to be photographed, then you bloody well do that.
Yeah, you can't hide behind religion, man. That's like, hey, I'm an atheist. I don't believe in anything, so technically I don't have to be here, so just give me a blank driver's license. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
What you're not mentioning, though, that should be said before September 11th, she was given 2 driver's licenses wearing her veil. Well, and it wasn't a problem.
Right.
But now it only became a problem because of who she is. I bet you they're not, I bet you know, that's...
Yeah, but times are different, dude.
So whatever, I mean,
we have to.
That's all I'm saying. What I'm saying is that now we're getting all of these laws, or all of these practices that are being enforced because of September 11th that don't have anything to do with the law, because obviously that wasn't important to them.
First of all, let's have this premise then. They should have made her take the veil off for those other photos,
Absolutely.
okay? Let's forget September 11th. Let's just say this is a person living in America who wants a photo of herself or her that she wants to drive. But she will not bend that much. She will come to the melting pot, but not melt a little bit. She wants to keep this 8th century practice. Okay, you know what? Why don't we...
You can't do it because it's like, you know, if you do it for driver's license, you have to do it for everything. Like Sikhs carry a ceremonial dagger.
Right.
How do they go through onto the airplanes? You know, are we going to let that happen because that's part of their religion? You know,
I think that this is just a beginning of part of it, because at the same time as they're doing this, saying that it's for security reasons or whatever, in New York, they're not going to let protesters wear masks. And the reason that they wear masks is because they're scared to death of the police out there. They're scared that they're going to get a visit in the middle of the night. You know, even though this is supposed to be the land of the free, you know, you'll get your picture taken and they'll surveil you, things like that. People need to wear masks to protect themselves from the police, and they're making them not wear masks or else they'll get arrested.
You're making enormous jumps now. You're making enormous
collecting
jumps.
candy.
One is to try to get a driver's license from the state.
But there's a reason this is brought up, right? This is not just to talk about
the greatness of this country. The greatness of this country is based on the separation of church and state. That is what makes this country great. You don't impose your religious views on state government. You do not do that in this country.
We don't walk into...
We don't do that? We don't do that?
We don't want to do that.
That's done all the time.
No, we don't want to do that.
No, I'm saying that's done all the time.
And that doesn't only apply to Muslims.
It's not a right. You're not entitled. You're not born with
You
the
don't
right
walk
to
into a
drive.
church and tell everyone to, you know, stick a loaf of garlic bread to their head and say, this is my way, man.
What I'm saying is that this issue is really trivial, but I'm bringing up the point.
It's not trivial.
What I'm bringing up is the point, because whether she gets a license or not, whatever, whether she gets a license or not, whatever, the point is that they're bringing up all of these things
because it gets to something very important.
Dude,
yeah. Okay.
You know, wear masks or
I'll tell you why it's not trivial if you'll shut up for 1 second.
1 second's up.
There is a clash. President Bush would have us believe there is not a clash of civilizations going on here, but this to me is a clash of civilizations, and one that I don't think we should have to shrink from. I don't think we should have to always make all the concessions here.
I agree with you. It's not even a question. I agree with you.
There has to be a system, man.
Simple as it is.
And I'll go a step further and say that, you know, I've never been one of those people who says, America, love it or leave it. I thought that was stupid when I first heard it in the 60s. I think it's stupid now. You should be able to criticize your country. But if a woman says, I don't show my face to strangers or unrelated males,
then you don't get a license.
I also don't know how you can really fit into this culture. I mean, we can go back maybe a century. We can't go back 10 centuries and try to fit those together.
Well, we let them... You're saying she doesn't have a right to...
Not on a driver...
What's that statement that you're saying right now? You're saying that you don't think it could fit into this culture.
I'm saying there is I'm saying that people who believe this, that is a clash of civilization.
The reason she's here is to escape the oppressive regimes of Middle Eastern governments.
Right.
That's why she's here.
She certainly has a right to practice her religion in this country.
The oppressive regimes that we support and we make oppressive.
Right. So
that we make oppressive.
Now, that's okay.
Yes.
These oppressive regimes that they're escaping are ones
But that does not mean that she has the right to dictate this to the state. Absolutely not. But in private life, of course, she can wear whatever she wants to wear.
But she's saying, I don't show my face to strangers or unrelated
So
males.
that's her choice.
Right.
But you cannot dictate that to the state government. That's nonsense.
In 21st century America, that probably is going to present a problem in the workplace.
That's her problem, though.
That is her problem.
That should be her problem.
If she wants to live like that. But she wants to drive. They want the best part of America, the modernity. They want all the good stuff. They want to have a cell phone to call to say, hey, guys, come over to the beheading.
The problem is this was not a problem until September 11th, so all of these reasonings that you're giving,
until September 11th.
Separation of church and state, all of these reasonings are just reasons to back up why we're cracking down and being hard on...
You're wrong. The issue of separation of church and state has been discussed from the beginning of this country.
The fact is,
and it's still being discussed. This ain't nothing new. This is nothing new.
September 11th, everything is different since September. You can't deny that.
So.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Things have to be a little different. I had to wait 2 hours this morning at the airport while they rummaged through my luggage. And I'm happy to do it.
So you're saying that her covering her face is a security issue? Like everybody that was on that plane didn't have a license showing their...
Are you and I allowed to wear sunglasses when we take our picture?
What I'm saying is that...
What if everyone wanted to go back to the Middle Ages? What if I want my wife to wear a chastity belt when I go out of town?
It might be interesting.
You're bringing up something...
No, I'm saying that's medieval. And there are a lot of other things. There were 2 Iraqi guys.
You better, Bill, because I know where your wife lives.
I don't have a wife. There were 2 Iraqi guys who were arrested for statutory rape in this country because they didn't know why. Because in their culture, their uncle gave them a 14-year-old. Okay. There's another group, the Hmong. They're from Laos. They have a custom called marriage by capture. I don't think we have that here.
When you come to this country, you abide by the laws.
That's right.
You
gotta know.
Period. Now gone.
Right.
Every immigrant has done in the past. Do it now. That's as simple as it is. We all assimilated. I'm an immigrant. I assimilated.
Right.
Just to the laws that exist here. If you don't, stay home.
Right.
That's as simple as it is.
I gotta take a break. We'll be back.